The major investor handling the planned 470 kilometers ambitious Abuja-Lagos Greenfield Superhighway project announced that they will set aside $5 billion to build the road. This announcement was made recently, and it shows that the project is being taken seriously. The contractors believe that by mobilizing such a huge amount, they will have the financial strength to complete the road without delays. The money is expected to come from international financiers, private investors, and local institutions working together to guarantee the success of the project. The Nigerian Minister of Works had earlier explained that the new road will not be funded by the government. Instead, it will be financed and built by a group of private companies, also called Private Sector Consortium. The investor aims to recover their money through road tolls, concessions, and other commercial benefits from the highway, which is why they are confident it will succeed without burdening the government. The minister also recently noted that the road project is expected to be completed in just 4 years. He further added that the design and quality of construction will make the highway last for about 100 years, which means it will serve future generations. To achieve this durability, the investors plan to use modern construction technologies, high-quality materials, and international engineering standards. Dr. Kenny Martins, the chairman representing the private companies under the group called AEC Unity Network Limited, gave an update on the progress of the project. He explained that the early stages, including road designs, technical studies, and obtaining approvals, have already been completed. This progress shows that the project has moved beyond planning into actual preparation for constructions. The investors believe that by completing these first steps properly, they will avoid delays when physical construction begins. He also went further to state that the project had already secured all the important government approvals. This includes clearance from the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commissions, which regulate private investment and infrastructure, and the completion of the Environmental Impact Assessment, which checks how the road will affect the communities and the environment. Getting these approvals early gives the investors confidence that there will be no legal or regulatory obstacles when they begin work. The investor went ahead to describe the vision of the project, saying it is bold, ambitious, and will change Nigeria in ways never seen before. The investors believe that because of Nigeria's size and importance in Africa, building such a highway will open the country to more trade, easier movements, and new business opportunities, which will guarantee the road's success. The proposed new superhighway project is expected to make travel much easier. At present, the trip from Lagos to Abuja takes more than 10 to 12 hours by road, but the superhighway will reduce it to just 4 hours. It will save travelers time, lower transportation costs, and improve productivity. The investors believe this convenience will attract millions of users, which will make the highway profitable through toll collections and other services. The highway is designed to benefit not only big cities but also villages and towns along its path. By passing through several states, including Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Osun, Ekiti, Kwara, Kogi, Niger, and then Abuja, the road will connect local farmers, traders, and communities to bigger markets. This wider economic benefit will increase traffic on the highway and make it more commercially viable. There are also plans to connect the superhighway to Barrow Port in Niger State, which will allow goods to move easily between land and waterways, creating additional income for the project. Stakeholders pointed out that Nigeria has a very large infrastructure funding gap, meaning there are too many needs compared to available resources. Roads, railways, and ports are underfunded. They then went ahead to say that the new project is one way to fill that gap. The investors believe that by building such a massive road, they will help solve part of Nigeria's infrastructure problems whilst creating an opportunity to make profit. One of the engineers from AEC Network added that the project is now moving to the next stage, which involves more official approvals. After the ICRC and the Ministry of Justice give their clearance, the Federal Executive Council will give the final go-ahead, and then the investors are confident that once these approvals are secured, practical and physical construction will begin and stay on track towards finishing the project in the next 4 years. Recall that I had earlier given an update when this project was conceptualized. For the benefit of those who didn't watch that video, kindly stay glued to the very end and don't forget to subscribe, share your thoughts, like, and recommend our videos.
The Nigerian government is set to construct a supersonic highway that will enable motorists travel between Lagos and Abuja in just 4 hours. The highway, according to the government, which will tear off with the proposed Fourth Mainland Bridge, will take off along Ekpe in Lagos State. The proposed Fourth Mainland Bridge supersonic highway will take 4 hours to drive from Lagos to Abuja. And according to the government, the construction, which will be under a public-private partnership arrangement, will pass through Ogun State. Another major important thing about this project is that it's going to be a concrete superhighway. The current government has also said it has a program called the Highway Development Management Initiative, and it allows state and private investors to engage with the federal government either to take over a fully constructed road to toll and maintain it in partnership with the government, or take a brand new road and reconstruct it and toll it under a laid-down agreement. According to the government, plans are also underway to install solar lights and CCTV along the highway. This, according to government, will largely reduce insecurity and also create service stations, which will be used to monitor security situations along the highways. Also on the highways are going to be installed mini clinics, towing vans, and all other amenities that's actually found in Europe and America. It is expected that the road is going to be constructed and completed in 4 years, which will automatically reduce travel time from Lagos to Abuja to about 4 hours. The government is also pledging to use concrete to construct the entire stretch of the road, which it says is more cheaper than the usage of asphalt. According to sources, the president has given express approval for the construction of the project. The project is designed to be 2 lanes, but each lane, according to design, is going to be a dual carriageway with 14 meters width. And the only carriageway in Nigeria that comes close to this design is the Third Mainland Bridge, where each carriageway is 14 meters. It is also going to be built on 275mm thick concrete. The shelf life design of the project will be 100 years and is also going to include a number of bridges and tolling points. It is also important to note that the Nigerian government is not contributing a kobo, but it is going to be fully privately funded by a company known as Advanced Engineering Company, which is actually making the proposal to build, operate, and transfer over a period of 100 years. To further give hope and life to the citizens, the government also went ahead to declare that the proposed 470 kilometers Abuja-Lagos Greenfield Superhighway will be completed by 2027 and will last up to 100 years, adding that the highway will be built by a private sector consortium at no cost to the federal government of Nigeria, which has earlier been stated. The superhighway is expected to move from Lagos State all the way down through Ogun State, connecting Oyo and then Ekiti, all the way down to Kogi State, and then Kwara State up to Niger State, and then the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. It is also worthy to note that all the projects from Lagos down to FCT will be tolled to enable investors to recoup their monies. Now, this is where it really gets interesting. The agreement between the private sector investing in this magnificent project and the federal government of Nigeria states that if the consortium should back out of the contract, it may have to pay a fine of $10 million, which simply means that they cannot back out from the contract. And even if they do, they will have to pay a huge amount of $10 million. And guys, you know what that means for a private investor. Also, during the construction of this project, factories, housing estates, industrial corridors, hotels, businesses, and a whole lot will be structured along the highway, thereby creating more opportunities for the Nigerian citizens. This is in line with the federal government's mandate to make the road a business and industrial corridor with hotels, factories, and housing estates, amongst others, on the route. According to the investors, they have described the project as the first of its kind in Africa. They also noted that it will be ICT compliant with a fiber optic connection, solar-powered street lights, and security points on the entire stretch of the road. And according to investors also, in the Lagos route, it will begin from the proposed 4th Mainland Bridge to Ekpe, then to Abuja. One thing to note about the stretch of the road from Lagos to Abuja is that it normally covers up to 717.7 kilometers, and the trip will take between 10 hours to 15 hours, going by the poor condition of the road, which has actually injured and claimed many lives of motorists and commuters through accidents, armed robbery, banditry, and kidnapping. The conceptualization and construction of this road will actually go a long way to solve these problems. To be sincere, it's a thing of joy to know that the federal government plans to construct this highway to link Abuja and Lagos, and the other one to link Lagos and Port Harcourt. Although I'll be doing the Lagos and Port Harcourt video later. I praise this ambitious project as unveiled by the current Minister of Works, David Umahi, who has also noted that they will be implemented as public-private partnership deals. Hopefully, this project will be treated with commitment and a sense of urgency. 7 years ago, the past government actually tantalized the public with a similar idea, a $1 billion greenfield expressway between Lagos and Abuja, courtesy of the Chinese. Characteristically, it was not actually built. I am also happy that beyond the state-of-the-art facilities for the comfort of travelers, it is normally a robust construction to enable it last for many years. It is also not a superhighway if it develops potholes soon after commissioning or requires new contractors for various broken segments. A project of this nature should be done to international standards or not done at all. Another thing to be proud of is the use of concrete for the construction of the entire stretch of the road. With the commissioning of the 26 kilometers Itori-Ibeshe concrete road in Ogun State, the construction and commissioning of the Lagos-Apapa Expressway, the construction of the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway corridor, any doubt that remains about the possibility of constructing the entire failing road infrastructure in the country with cement should be banished. At the moment, Nigeria produces more cement than any other country in Africa, over 40 million metric tons of cement per annum, representing a massive potential to change the nation's infrastructure story. Taking advantage of the abundant availability of essential building materials, most roads and other infrastructure in Nigeria and the whole of Africa are in storage state. As the world currently grapples with a sluggish economy, the flow of investment to and within emerging economies is without doubt more intricate and extremely competitive. So Nigeria must look inwards to keep her economy growing, one of which is the adoption of the concrete road construction system in the country. If the use of cement made in Nigerian factories for road construction is adopted, apart from the critical infrastructure being built, the nation's industrial capacity utilization will increase, more taxes will be paid, a lot of jobs will be created, and the list of economic benefit goes on, giving the country the opportunity of winning in all ways. Some experts are of the opinion that a good place to begin the paradigm shift with respect to the road management in the country is the diversification of the materials used for road constructions and maintenance. Virtually all roads in Nigeria were made using asphalt and bitumen. Also, all the road maintenance carried out in the country is done using this single material and method, which has failed to give the quality of roads that make a nation proud. This is why the current government is adopting the use of concrete for major road constructions across the country. This of course will go a long way to boost infrastructural lifespan of our roads, especially the Lagos-Abuja highway, which has a lot of traffic running through it on a daily basis. Guys, do well to drop your honest comment in the comment section. Tell us what you think about this proposed project. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, make sure you like, share, and invite your friends to the channel so our videos can go viral. Thank you.